Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So children, so we are going to start lines and angles today. A new chapter in geometry. Okay, so this is the first part. So there are many things which you must have already learnt. So few things which are you are familiar with. So we'll just have a brush up on all these things. Okay, and then we'll continue with the chapter. Okay, so here you see, if three or more points lie on the same line, they are called collinear points. So what do you mean by collinear points? That is, if there are certain points which lie on the line. See, now if I have a line and if I mark points over here, this point, and this point, let us say these 2 points are collinear. Okay, these 3 points are collinear because they lie on the line. Now if I mark a point over here, this particular point is not collinear. Okay, so that is what it says. If 3 or more points lie on the same line, they are called collinear points. Otherwise they are called non-collinear points. Okay, now so you already know about this. When I draw an angle, this is how I draw an angle. These two, there are 2 rays, right? And these 2 rays are called arms, and this is the vertex of the angle, and then this is the actual angle, right, over here. Okay, so now based on the angles, we have different kinds of angle. See, this is acute angle. If you have an angle within within 90 degrees, right? 0 to 90 degree is acute angle. Exactly 90 degree is right angle, and greater than 90 degree is called as obtuse angle. So greater than 90 degree and lesser than 180. So 180 is a straight line. Okay, so within this to this. Okay, so you see, this is 90, you know, so any angle lying in this region, okay, is called as the obtuse angle. All right, now come to this is the straight angle. That is, straight angle is always 180 degree. A straight line has an angle of 180 degree. Okay, so and this kind of an angle, you know, if this angle inside is called as acute angle, the outside angle, the bigger angle, is the reflex angle. So an angle which is greater than 180 and lesser than 360 is called as reflex angle. Okay, this one whole complete circle will be 360 degrees. Okay, so if I have one full circle, this angle of this full circle will be 360 degree. All right, see, you have a straight angle, right? This straight angle, on top you have 180 degree and on bottom you have 180 degree, right? So you have got 1 minute, you have got 360. At the bottom also you have 180. So 180 plus 180, 360. So one full complete angle, one full complete circle has got 360 degrees. All right. Okay, so now here you see there are few points. So an acute angle measures between 0 degree to 90 degree, where a right angle is exactly equal to 90 degree. So these things we already know, right? So it's just a written thing. See, an angle greater than 90 degree but lesser than 180 is called obtuse angle. Also, a straight angle is equal to 180 degree, right? An angle which is greater than 90. Okay, this one, wait a minute, this I'll just erase this. Okay, I have written it as a different point, so not required. Okay, here, so a straight angle is equals to 180 degree and a straight angle is equals 1 minute, we're done, 1 minute. Okay, so yeah, and here you can delete this. Okay, yeah, so an angle which is greater than 180 degree is but less than 360 degree is called as the reflex angle. Okay, so this, it just says like whatever I have told you, these angles which we have drawn over here, it's all in the written form. That's it. Okay, and here it says further, 2 angles whose sum is 90 degree are called complementary angles. So if 2 angles add up to 90 degree, they are called complementary angles, and if 2 angles add up to 180 degree, then they are called supplementary angles. Let us say you have got an angle like this. Okay, this is 90 degree and I have got this. Let us say this is angle A and this is angle B. Then, you know, A plus B add up to 90 degree. So then A and B are complementary. Okay, now if I have a straight line like this and I have got, let's say I have got 2-3 angles like this. Now this is, let's say, angle A, angle B, angle C. Now A plus B plus C actually adds up to 180 degree because they lie on the same straight line, right? So then this is A, B and C form supplementary angles. Okay, 2 angles or you know, even more than 2 angles, they're all called as supplementary angles. Okay, now here instead of A, B and C, I'll just take A and B. Let me take A and B. Okay, So in A and B, then here A plus B adds to 180 degree, correct? So this is a supplementary angle. Now, two angles are adjacent if they have common vertex, a common arm, and their non-common arms are on different sides of the common arm. This means that if these two angles, like this angle and this angle, are called as adjacent angles if they have a common vertex. See, they have a common vertex B, right? And they have a common arm. This is the common arm. Alright, and their non-common arms are this and this. They lie on the opposite sides. Now, if non-common arms, 1 minute. Yeah, so if the non-common arms BA and BC in figure 3.2 form a line, then it will look like this. So now you see, if this line and this line, if they lie on opposite direction like this, okay, then they are called as linear pair of angles. That is, they form a straight line. These angles actually lie on the straight line. So this and this are called as linear pair of angles, okay, and they will always add up to 180 degree. Alright, now we need to know what is vertically opposite lines, vertically opposite angles. Okay, see, when two lines are crossed like this, okay, like you just cross it, then this and this will be vertically opposite angles, and they will be always equal, and the other two angles will be, let us say, these two. Okay, this and this will be called as the another pair of vertically opposite angles, and they will be also equal. Okay, so vertically opposite lines are formed when two lines intersect each other. A pair of vertically opposite lines are equal to each other. So here the actually not the lines, it's the angles. Okay, here the angles, it says the angles. Okay, this is also angles. All right, the angles are equal to each other. So these are the steps I have written. Okay, so now here you see these two lines are intersecting each other, so they are called as intersecting lines. Here they are not intersecting. How much ever you drag them on this side or this side, they are not going to intersect each other, so they are called as parallel lines. Okay, now here you have an axiom. It says, if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. This means if there is a line and there is a ray which is standing on the line, then this plus this will be 180 degree. That is the linear pair which we just learnt over here. You see, on top we learned the linear pair, no, that one. Okay, now the next thing is, if the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of an angle form a line. So it's the other way around. Okay, the same axiom 1 is and 2 are opposite of each other. So this says if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. Now if A plus B, if at all they give you 180 degree, that means this is a straight line. That's what they say. Okay, now theorem. There's one theorem over here. If two lines intersect each other like this, AB and CD are intersecting each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. So we have just learned that it's going to be equal. So this is the proof. Like, why do we say that it's equal? So let us first write down what all is given. The given thing is AB and CD are intersecting each other at O. That's all is given to us. And we need to prove that angle AOB, AOC and angle DOB, these two, see, I will draw different colors. Okay, so this and this are equal, and another thing is this and this are equal. Okay, this is what we need to prove. So now what do we do? How do we prove? In line CD, so we just take this line. Okay, so now let me take this line. I take only CD. Okay, in CD, OA is standing on CD, right? OA stands on CD and CD is a straight line. So this angle AOC, this angle A, and let us say this angle B, these two are going to add up to 180 degree, right? So that's what they're saying. Angle AOC is what I have taken as A, and angle AOD is what I have taken as B. These two are actually adding up to 180 degree because they form a linear pair. So we'll keep this. Okay, now the next thing is, similarly, angle AOD and angle BOD. Now if I take the another line, let me take the other line as AOB. Okay, in this line OD stands on the ray, and this will add up to 180 degree, right? So that's what I have written. Angle AOD and angle BOD, these two add up to 180 degree. These are the first two the things we have written. Now from 1 and 2, what do we get? See, both are equals to 180 degrees, so we can equate it. See, right side both are equal to 180, so this and this should be equal to each other. So I write AOC plus AOD is equals to AOD plus BOD. Now AOD and AOD are same, so on both the sides, so then AOC and BOD should be same, right? So AOC is this one and BOD is this one, right? BOD is this one. So these are equal. So we have proved the first one. Okay. So similarly, we can prove the second one also. We don't have to show that. Okay. We can just say that similarly, we can prove the other part also. AOD is equals to COB. Hence proved. Alright, so complete these notes in geometry classwork. Okay, just complete the few important points, whatever is given in bold letters, and draw the angles. Okay, whatever the angles are given, just draw the angles, that's enough. Okay, see here, if I start from here, you write down this the collinear and non-collinear point, this definition, then you can draw these angles, this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and then you can just write these 2 points, 2 angles. You don't have to write further. 2 angles whose sum is this one and this one. That's it. Okay, and yeah, this point also. Okay, and then you can write down the linear pair and vertically opposite angles are formed. Okay, this one. That's it. Okay, and you can directly go to the theorem then. Alright, so complete these notes in your classwork, geometry classwork. Okay, use pencil, draw neatly. Now we'll end the session now. Minute, we have another. Okay, I will be doing the exercises in the next session. Okay, so see you in the next session. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.